other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tired. I've been gone since like
Hey, niggas acting like you died, Austin. What's up? We in the building, y'all. It's Out of Bounds. You know what we doing. It's a glorious Saturday. I got the squad in here today. I'm feeling hyped. Like, I feel like I go fight somebody. Like, I got the squad with me today. What's up, Sergio to my left? Dread Socks.
Man.
What's goody?
Dread Socks in the building, you know what I'm saying? About to get down on this sports shit.
You see my man's right there in the left corner, bottom corner and shit. Got my guy back.
What up, man?
Fresh back, you know what I'm saying? I see you. My nigga Snake in the building, and I got special guest tonight or today. I'm usually rocking at nighttime when I'm on this, so
sure,
my
for
bad.
sure.
It's natural. But yeah, we got a special guest this morning, Ricky T from the podcast. What's in your cup? My bad.
No, you good?
What's
in your
up?
cup?
What's up? How you doing this Saturday, bro?
Good, man. Good, man. Happy to be here.
That's what's up. Tell us a little bit about your podcast, bro.
Just talk about pretty much anything, current issues. We got one where we talk about our relationship and how we met and all that stuff. So just normal, regular stuff.
What type of content y'all talk about? Like just relationship stuff or everyday world stuff, news, stuff like that?
Yeah, news, sports. I throw sports in there sometimes.
Yeah.
Not at this capacity, of course, but I throw whatever I'm thinking about, I just put it out there on the podcast. So
And you say you do the show with your wife?
yeah, me and my wife, Shantae, Lady Tay.
Lady Tay.
Shouts out.
She in the sports?
Yeah, she's in the sports. She likes baseball like me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you before the show, yeah, definitely got to get you in here to talk about some baseball because I know nada
No, for sure.
about that shit. So, yeah, where can they go check your podcast out at?
Apple Podcasts. We record on Anchor, so shouts to Anchor. You can find them on there, and that's about it. A few other podcast sites, but
What about social media?
social media, Instagram, What's in Your Cup, Twitter, What's in Your Cup 310, Lady Tay 80, and Real Rum Punch.
All right. That's what's up. So yeah, go check that out. It's in wherever you listen to podcasts called What's in Your Cup. With that said, let's get it cracking. Hold up. I messed up right there. I apologize to everyone. That was 21 Savage right there. I'm making mistakes this morning, but I'm ready to go. My bad. Let's do it. Get serious. We in the building. Y'all know what it is. Out of Bounds Uncut. Brought to you on SDR Uncut. Brought to you by Bravo. Tipper Pay the cashless way. Download the app and Tipper Pay the cashless way. That's it. So we in the building, man. We're gonna start real quick. We're gonna get right into this NFL talk, man. This happened a while ago, but we come on Saturday, so let's talk about this Antonio Brown trade to the Raiders. That was the first really kickoff that we saw for this free agency. Like it came real fast, real early, and I would say real weak. It was real weak. But I want to start like this. Snake, you just got back. Snake, Antonio Brown, did he get what he needed?
I think it's too soon to tell. I mean, they didn't give up much for him, so that helps because Oakland still has their first. They still got Chicago's first. They still got Dallas first. So, I mean, even if Derek Carr is not the quarterback of the future, you can trade those picks. You can upgrade your roster still.
Keep going.
Okay. But, yeah, I mean, but as far as the pick and the trade, I think Antonio got what he needed. He got paid. I think it's too soon to tell if Derek Carr is the quarterback of the future. Last year he did a lot of dinking and dunking, so I don't know how that's going to work as far as feeding Antonio down the field. But I like the trade. Going into Vegas, you need stars. So, I mean, a star is what they got. So it's the first domino to fall, but we'll see what else they do.
AB get what he wanted. What he
AB
needed.
got paid. AB got guaranteed money. That's all he wanted from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh did offer him pretty much nothing. They offered him the door. So, I mean, they wasn't going to bring him back. So, whatever they got for him is good for them. AB got paid. He's going to be there for the Vegas move. I agree with my man. Now it's on Derek Carr. So, everything's going to rest on Derek Carr now because even though him and, talking about AB, him and Big Ben didn't really get along, you know, he was still out there making plays and gaining yards, scoring touchdowns. So, that's because Ben can throw.
Yeah.
Let's see what Carr can do. That's my point. I'm right with that dude with that for sure.
AB, you get it?
He got what he wanted because, I mean, he wanted out of Pittsburgh. He got that. He said, whatever team he goes to, pair of my current contract and give me more money. He got that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get more years. He got the same amount of years. Still, he just got $30 million guaranteed, and I think it was like another $25 million added on to the contract total. So he got what he wanted. I don't think it's going to be on Derek Carr because in 2016 he was in the running for MVP.
That's true.
The last 2 years he's had trash ass wide receivers.
Mari Cooper trash?
Yeah,
Jared Cook trash?
yeah.
You calling Mari Cooper trash with him?
Look what he
being
just
on
did
your
for
squad?
the Cowboys.
Yeah, he bought out in
He
Dallas.
helped us, but the last 2 games he didn't show up. So let's see what happens this year. But I don't think it fell on Derek Carr. I think it fell on the entire system that the Raiders was running at the time. I don't think it fell on Derek Carr. I don't think it fell on Amari Cooper, Jared Cook. But none of them is there anymore. So it don't matter.
That's
It's
kind of
only
to my
Derek
next part.
Carr,
I'm kind of
but now
confused
you got-
about what they're doing now.
Now you got Antonio Brown. You got Tyrell Williams, who came from the Chargers. They just signed J.J. Nelson,
Yeah.
speedy receiver.
Right.
So
So
I think they're trying to make it a better receiving core put around Derek Carr. But, yeah, I agree with you. I don't understand it because
Why not bring Jared Cook
Gruden
back,
last
too?
year was like, get rid of all these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now this year he's like, oh, no, I need all these good
Yeah.
players.
So
Yeah.
that's my question to you guys. Do you feel as though John Gruden is now starting to make sense? Like he's not looking as crazy as we thought.
No, I think he's backtracking because at first he was like, "Oh, I'm about to build all through the draft," and he ended up with, I think he had like what, 18 picks the next 2 years or some shit like that.
Still does, though.
And
That's
then-
crazy.
and then- yeah,
That's
well,
crazy.
I mean, he dropped three,
Couple,
a
yeah,
third and a
for-
fifth.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple of picks, but nothing major. He still got first rounders, second rounders, and a couple third rounders.
Well,
But I think he's
because-
backtracking. Like he said, he was going to do all this through the draft, and now he's like, "Oh no, I need," like you said, he needs superstars to go into Vegas because they know that's what's going to bring them.
That's
money.
Right,
exactly right.
So I think he's kind of backtracking just a little bit.
But with the picks, he still has a chance to build this team to his liking.
Agree.
So if he didn't like particular players, and hopefully he didn't see what we saw, obviously later after these trades with Amari balling out in Dallas,
Right.
and the Chicago defense just was already off the chain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then they get a big V. So it was crazy, man, that he would let those two dudes go.
Yeah, I think he felt the pressure of this year, throughout the season. Like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way." But I mean, like we said, going into Vegas, there's all kind of shit to do in Vegas. If you don't put a good product on the field, people ain't gonna come. There's shows, casinos, clubs.
Right down the road.
You got to put on a show. So I mean, I think he felt that pressure to really not rebuild, but to just kind of be somewhere in the middle. Like I got all these draft picks, but I am gonna put something decent on the field. And so, but don't be surprised if they draft a quarterback though. I'm still hearing that's a possibility.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think he makes a move to try and go after Kyler Murray?
That's what I mean. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he still drafted a quarterback. I don't think he believes in Derek Carr.
No,
Derek
I
Carr
think he's
might be good, but I don't think he believes in Derek Carr. So
I think he's going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be in the top 4? Because they got the 4th pick. So
I heard the Cardinals aren't even listening to people for the number 1 pick. Like I think they want Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So
I think so,
if
too.
anything, it's going to be maybe you trade for Rosen from them, or maybe you try to get Haskins. But I think Kyler Murray's going to be off the board by the time they're up.
Yeah. I don't think the Cardinals is gonna give up that first pick, but I was just wondering if you think he might try and swing a couple.
It's crazy to give up off DeRozan after 1 year, but they believe in Murray that much. You know what I mean? So
they didn't even give the coach a chance, man.
No, they didn't. Hell no. They was like, nah, you gotta go.
1 year.
You got 1 year. You out, and it didn't even surprise me.
So let's flip the coin. Let's flip the coin. The Steelers, what are they doing? What are they doing?
I mean, they still got pieces. Obviously, you know, they had Connor in the backfield. They got Juju Smith-Schuster. Big Ben's getting old.
Yeah.
Maybe now that like you cleared the locker room of all the antics or whatever they want to say was going on there, maybe Big Ben's gonna get his shit together and quit pointing fingers at people and quit putting the blame on everybody. Maybe Tomlin will, you know, rein in that locker room and shit now. So I don't know. I don't know what's really going on there. So I don't think they're gonna fall off the map like just because they lost those two players.
Well, I used to give that division to the Steelers, but I don't know about this year because you got another team in that division that's about to step it up for sure. So
yeah, we'll get into the Browns. But,
yeah,
I mean, as far as Pittsburgh, I think we're done looking at Pittsburgh as like the dominant team to the AFC.
Yep.
We got the Patriots now. We got the Chiefs. You got the Chargers. You got the Browns emerging.
Yep.
Baltimore's making nice moves. So I think not that they're going to fall off the map, but I think we're done looking at them as like, oh, Pittsburgh might be able to go to the Super Bowl this year. I think that's done with.
Like a shoe-in every year. They're going to make the playoffs.
I agree with that.
I like Juju as the number one, though. I really like the chance that he's going to get
Absolutely.
to step up.
I like him as a number one, but I want to see how he can perform as a number one. Because he performed as a number two great.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
got Antonio Brown on the opposite side.
Right.
Getting
Taking most of the double teams.
Yeah.
The coverage, the
Now that you're
scheming.
the main guy, how are you going to really perform? Are you going to be a 1,000-yard receiver?
I think he's ready.
So
Austin said yes. He's ready. All I'm going to say is USC, baby. That's it.
Okay. So looking at that as far as the Steelers, you know, feeling like they're on the downcline, you guys feel like this division can now go to the people that made the other big trade?
Absolutely.
Odell Beckham to the Browns.
Is that what we're transitioning?
Yeah, we're just gonna transition.
All right. I think on paper it looks amazing. You got Odell on one side, Landry on one side, Chubb, Hunt when he comes back from suspension. I mean, on paper it looks amazing, but we still got Baker Mayfield coming into his second year. We don't know if there'll be a sophomore slump or anything of that nature, and it's gonna be a young team. The coach is still kind of unproven. So, I mean, on paper it looks great, but they still got to put it all together. They still got draft picks as well, you know what I mean? So, it remains to be seen. I'm not going to fall into the hype just yet until I see it, but on paper it looks great.
I'm falling all the way in. I believe in Baker Mayfield, I'm telling you. And they gave him another good weapon. That's another situation, in my opinion, where now the quarterback got to show, you know, we put weapons around you, it's on you now. So, hopefully, if he's a smart dude, he's working on his craft and
he broke
he
the rookie record for touchdown passes.
Yep.
So I mean, he definitely balled out as a rookie.
But you're right, sophomore slump. You never know.
I think I'm 50-50 with the Browns being the team now because you did add Odell. You added a great receiver to a core that was already decent last year. You know, like you said, you got Landry and Njoku. I think the Odell Beckham trade is going to just open the field for the other players.
Oh, man, yeah.
For sure.
And, you know, obviously they got Kareem Hunt, who he going to serve 8 games. But when he comes back, you know what I'm saying, you got the back half of a year where you just got a team that can start gelling. And honestly, I believe that they're going to be, like, we'll see what's going on. But I think they're going to be the 4th best team in the AFC this year.
And Odell has to stay healthy. People forget that he hasn't really played a full season since he's been in the league. Right. Like, he's off and on. So, I mean, he needs to stay healthy for one, for them to have that chance. But I also think you got to trade Duke Johnson. You got too many good running backs. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you got Chubb, you got Hunt. Where does Duke Johnson fit in?
Well,
and he's a great running back.
I don't think they're going to get rid of Duke Johnson just because Kareem Hunt.
Why he's serving the
gone.
suspension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone for the suspension.
Right.
Maybe around trade deadline they look to
Yeah.
get rid of him or see what they can get for him. Maybe a few draft picks or some shit.
Yeah, you
but-
definitely get something for him.
Yeah,
He's a good running back.
Yeah, he is a good running back. But I don't know, man. The Browns, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Because you went from being 0-16 to fucking.
Now everybody
All
like,
right.
they going to the Super Bowl
the
now.
next year. Oh, I didn't say that shit.
Not you. But I was listening to sports radio, and people already talking about, can they make it to the Super
You still
Bowl?
got the
Nah.
Patriots. You still got the Chargers. You could have the Chiefs. It depends with this whole Tyreek Hill shit
Right.
going on
Oh,
now.
that's true.
That man's under investigation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
If something come out of that, are the Chiefs going to cut him like they did Kareem Hunt right
Right.
away? And then you just
And
fall
then
off
he go
completely.
Cleveland.
Fell off.
You're going to fall off completely.
And then look, then the conspiracy theory will jump out again.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Cleveland, second up. Cleveland, second up. He end up in Cleveland. I'm calling it.
But do we think Odell's gonna behave now in Cleveland? That's another aspect to look at it. You know what I mean, with the antics and not sniffing stuff with models in his hotel room and
Hey.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because they start winning, he goes back to his antics. Who knows? Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now he's going to think they're on top of the world, so now he really going to show out. So, yeah, all that's going to play into this whole season for the Browns, especially the head coach.
Yeah, he's going to
That
his
man
hands
had,
full.
like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, he had, 7 games as an offensive coordinator, and that was it? Like, that was his whole professional career?
Listen, I got a audio clip coming from the front office of the Cleveland Browns.
Get rid of everybody.
They about to shut shit down. They taking shots, bro. They taking their shots.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I'm excited to see what the Cleveland Browns gonna do. That's something that makes good, compelling, football.
It's exciting to
A
see a
team-
team come from down near the
Yeah.
graveyard to
They got to do
playoff
it.
contention.
Yeah, they got to do it. They got to do it because we've seen plenty of teams where we have expectations for them coming into a season, they don't meet the expectations, or vice versa. The Patriots, the champions, nobody looked at them as favorites coming into the year, especially not throughout the year. So you know what I'm saying. So they got to do it. And one of the things that's hard in the NFL, I guess, is to put a team of a bunch of pieces together and have them materialize into a championship team
Meet
in 1 year.
expectations.
In 1 year. So
I think the team that did it last year did go to the Super Bowl, the Rams. They put all their shit in the center of the table. They went and got
True.
all the free agents.
Made
You know
some
what I
big
mean?
moves.
And they made their moves, and it paid off. They didn't play good in the Super Bowl, but
yeah.
they went out and got Sue and Cooks and Peters, and they put all that money out there, and it paid off. So it's the Browns' turn now.
Yeah.
Looking at the Giants. Matter of fact, before I go on to the Giants, I want to say, do you guys think Odell could be considered bringing good leadership into the locker room? Because he would be the.
I don't think you need it from your receiver. I mean, what team in NFL history has relied on their receiver to be the leader? You know what I mean? That falls on your quarterback, in which we've seen that Baker Mayfield is ready to do that. So Odell just needs to ball out, and not get into trouble. But I don't think you need him to be a leader in the locker room. You know what I mean? Be a diva receiver. That's what we need you to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would hope that. I guess I don't know because we've never really experienced it, but I would hope that Odell would be able to come in and allow Baker to be the leader of that team and just lead in his own ways.
Right.
Yep.
And what leadership can Odell show?
Uh,
He didn't
no.
show shit in New
Well,
York.
Not
well,
much.
well,
He showed nothing
the
in New
important,
York,
the most
so-
important leadership that a player like Odell can show is leadership on the field.
Just in your play.
Through
Absolutely.
play.
Yeah.
I think-
Through play. He's got to lead by example. He's a player of his talent, and then his mentality as well is may not be a vocal leader, but
I think if you're gonna get any leadership from anybody outside of the quarterback, it's gonna be Jarvis Landry, because he was doing that shit last year. He was getting in motherfuckers' faces, and he was, this is our shit. We changing this city.
Yep.
Like that was shit he was saying. So I think that any leadership outside of the quarterback will come from him, as far as the receiving and running back core.
And besides that, he was there during the transition. So he was there when they was whack. Now he's there when they're getting better. And whatever they're going to do from here, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be there too. So leadership for sure, a face to not of the franchise, but just somebody that's been there that can relate.
Who has the most pressure on this Browns team?
Odell.
Odell?
I'm gonna go with Odell.
Yeah, Odell.
Odell. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, needs to stay healthy, needs to produce, needs to get that narrative off his back of how he looks in everybody's eyes. So, yeah, he has a lot to prove still.
Okay. Okay. Kareem Hunt. You guys, real quick, you guys feel like he should even be serving an eight-game suspension?
I don't think it should be 8 games. It should be 6. I mean, it was 6 for Zeke. It was 6. It's supposed to be 6 for first time. So why is it 8 games? Because you got a video. Because the Chiefs fucked up and didn't investigate right away. Because the NFL probably knew and fucked up and didn't investigate right away. So I don't think he should. I think he should definitely get the 6th game because that's what the mandatory whatever stupid shit the commissioner says. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. 8 games. I mean, he's back in the league. He's gonna have 8 games to prove himself on a 1-year deal. So I don't think it's gonna be the end of his career, but I think it should have only been 6.
I agree with 6. Everybody's getting 6 for, equal, equal or even, more crimes and stuff like that. So I'll go with 6 too. 8's a little steep.
We talked about the Hunt shit when it first happened. I think the shit that did him in was the kick. You know, I'll say it again. The fact there was a video and just that extra kick fucked him up.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the rule states that it's 6 minimum. You know what I mean? So they can go higher. So I'm not mad at higher with the extra evidence that was added on. And like I say, he didn't appeal it. He knows he fucked up. You know what I mean? So, and we all know the NFL is bad at punishing motherfuckers. Look at Ray Rice. We got plenty of evidence to show that right now they're just trying to get it right. They're trying to be extra harsh instead of light, like how they did with Ray Rice. So I don't mind it. They're trying to correct this shit, and I know we just got to be patient with it.
I give him credit for that.
I think one of the reasons I think it should have only been 6 is because of last year. He got released, and he missed 7 games last year.
But that wasn't like an NFL punishment, though.
Right.
That was
but
the Chiefs, you know what I mean?
Right, but I'm just saying, I think, with those 7 games, he missed those 7 games, he didn't get paid, and now you're going to do another 8. So basically, he's getting suspended for an entire year.
That is true.
That's true.
On this situation, and I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's seen the video. Everybody, he's like you said, he's not appealing it or anything like that. So obviously, he's taking fault for what happened. I just think it should have been 6.
Do you feel like those 7 games?
No charges were ever pressed. This is all the NFL. Oh, we watched the video. There was no charges. The girl never pressed charges. She didn't want to press charges. She didn't want her name in the whole situation.
She got bought out.
She got bought out. But I'm just saying, there was no charges, and this man got 8. And then you have people who get charges,
and get 6.
Old dude from Carolina who came to the Cowboys. Yeah. And that motherfucker had a 5-game suspension.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a tricky line, though. I mean, look at Greg Hardy. There's
what
players
I'm
that don't
talking
even
about.
get back into the NFL. So, I mean, it's a tricky, fine line.
Yeah.
That these players better stop crossing because you could be out for good. You know what I mean?
I think eventually they're going to start getting rid of them for good. So.
Because the NFL got an image problem. We all know that. NBA don't deal with domestic violence and players beating on women and, the whole 9. So, it's really the NFL. They got an image problem. And like I said, they don't be careful. They're just going to be out the league first offense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Well, when you think about it, the NBA got a much better commissioner, too. So.
Oh, no doubt.
Doubt. It's ran, and the NBA is ran different than the NFL, and so that's why it's always.
It's a players' league. So no helmets. You see their faces. You interact with them more.
Yeah.
So
I think with the NFL though, the reason it's more is because of the violence of the game they play. And they try to be this tough person all the time. NBA players, the motherfuckers just want to be smooth and get their money.
Yeah, they don't want to get, especially these days, they don't want to get fouled either. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. And what James Harden does is not get fouled. That's not like the traditional get fouled method.
That's a whole topic.
Yeah, that's a whole topic. But let's keep this on this NFL free agency. So let's move on to LeVeon Bell. Another drop that the Steelers did, lost, two of their best players. Let them go, pretty much. Even if they technically got something for Antonio Brown. LeVeon Bell with the Jets. Good choice for LeVeon?
I think it's a good choice for him career-wise, but I think as far as him sitting out a year, losing that money, and then getting the deal that he got, I think he took a small L, financially.
Yeah.
But just to be an older running back, he still didn't even – he said he wanted to break the bank for running backs. He's still making less than Todd Gurley. So I think his mission was not accomplished, but he got out of Pittsburgh like he wanted. I didn't appreciate him, so he went somewhere where he got appreciated enough. But, for an older running back, I'd say it's a nice deal. So bad team. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think he's just going to kind of focus on his numbers and things like that. But
I wanted to see him go somewhere that they could contend.
the Colts. I thought that was like the biggest rumor out there. He was going
I
to the
thought-
Colts, and that would actually been a playoff team,
bro.
on the up. But
I was scared of it, but I wanted to see it. But, yeah. So, Le'Veon,
I think
you make the right choice.
I think it was a bad choice for him to sit out, and then Austin said, the deal he took. I mean,
Right.
Overall, Pittsburgh offered him more. They didn't offer him more guaranteed money, but they offered him more annually compared to what he's getting now. And I just don't think that maybe his agent fucked him. It was like, nah, man, you got this. Sit out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna want you. And then nobody wanted
him.
Nobody wanted to pay him. Teams wanted him.
I don't even know if that's the case, because I'm looking at it like maybe he wasn't getting calls out the gate like he expected. Like, just straight up, the moment I get released from the Steelers, this team gonna call me because they know what I can do.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
I'm sure they called him.
they
Just
probably did.
numbers-wise,
And
they
you
wasn't
think
talking
maybe
what he wanted.
I think maybe he panicked because I think he had plenty of time.
I think he wasn't getting that many calls. I think he got the initial calls came in, and then when they told those teams what numbers they wanted, teams started backing out. Like, oh man, I'm not giving you $40 million guaranteed. I'm not giving you $70 million on a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
They
I'm
brought it
not
up
giving
on
you
ESPN. Like, you can get a running back easy.
Yeah, I'm not giving
And-
you $18 million a year to run the ball. Like I think that stuff started to happen, and then it came down to a few teams. And I mean, you heard Raiders supposedly wanted him, and then all of a sudden he signs with the Jets at midnight one night. Like,
Yeah, like no, and I heard that the Jets gave him a deadline. They gave him a deadline to make a decision.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think running backs are valued the way he thought. You know what I mean? Like, you can easily go out and get a running back. It's a passing league now, for one. For two, multiple teams carry multiple backs. So they feature 2-3 backs anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't need a 1 through 4 running back.
And you had to know with pulling the stunt that you did last year, which I'm not looking at it as like, that was a horrible thing. He did what he had to do because the team wasn't, meeting his expectations. But because of, the stunt you pulled last year, you had to know you was going to have to come in humbly this year.
Right.
You had to know you was going to have to come in humbly. And that contract was for you to prove that point, you were going to lose out on that money you was going to get that year,
$14 million.
and possibly money that you were supposed to get in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because teams, but make your point. If you want to make your point, make your point. I respect him for making this point, but I just feel like he could have went humbly. Like I said, I mean, I would have been knocking on the Colts door, like, yo, what y'all want to give me?
Right.
What y'all want to give me to come
right?
in?
Oh yeah.
Like that spot is open.
I definitely agree that he should have tried to do a better deal with a contending team. Maybe even if he was doing like a 1-year prove-it deal, fully guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? $14 million fully guaranteed, one year prove-it deal, or some shit like that, where he can say, "Yeah, I can help this team get to this level." But
Even if it's to the point where like I keep pointing back to the Colts, even if it's to the point where you do a 1-year deal with the Colts, that, like I said, that position is wide open. It's not like there's somebody they have plugged into that position as the guaranteed person. But if you come there, you ball out, y'all do something, win some games, you might be able to, they might extend your contract.
I don't think the 1-year thing works, just for the simple fact of we all know the age of running backs is slim.
right,
So he already done took a year off. He's about to be, 29?
I believe so. Yeah.
You do a
Approaching
1-year
that
deal.
30.
He's at that age where we're like, we don't pay running back, so your 1-year deal was irrelevant. We're not going to pay a 30-year running back now.
Yeah.
The money you asking for. So I mean, I think he just had to take what he could
think
get.
he panicked.
I think age was coming into that factor. You know what I mean?
I think he panicked too. What do you think? Panic?
Panic. I think he should fire his agent.
Yeah. See, I think his agent had a lot to do with it too. Like his agent was probably pumping his motherfucking head so big. Oh no, man! People will pay you 17, 18 million a year.
You LeVeon Bell.
Look what Todd Gurley got. You can get at least $4 million extra a year on
If
that.
his agent was telling him that, yeah, he definitely has a trash agent.
Yeah.
I would expect a good agent to throughout the entire process be saying, Le'Veon, just go back and play.
Right.
Just go
play.
back and play, and then
And
get through
prove
this
it.
year, get through this year, and then we'll deal. If his agent wasn't telling him to play, he was a trash agent. Because
One of the things I didn't understand about why he sat out is because even though he would have been franchised and it was $14.5 million, that's fully guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the fact that he would have put 250, 300 more touches on the ball on his body, like maybe there's something you can work out with the Steelers and say, hey, look, you got James Conner, we did run this shit as a dual backfield or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think these players are tired of getting told, do it again. I have a career season. You know, it's time to pay me. No, that was cool. You did that 1 year. Do it again.
Agree.
And players are getting tired of that. Like,
Agree.
you know what I mean? I'm putting my body in line. You said it's the most physical sport. And if I'm putting my all out there, I expect to be compensated for it. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at why he sat out. These players are trying to prove a point, you know what I mean? But it just backfired for him, you know what I mean? There's better ways to do it, maybe, but he just didn't feel appreciated, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm getting the most carries in the NFL, and you want to keep franchising me, which is showing me that y'all don't want me here long term, or y'all iffy about it, so I'm going to go somewhere else.
agree.
I agree. Other things, this March, this month so far for the NFL is like it's really mixing up. Like this March mix up, like right before March Madness really begins. What other free agency moves did y'all see that y'all wanted to?
I kind of wanted to get y'all opinions about the Titans getting Tannehill. Tannehill's a starting quarterback in the NFL, and if you believe in Mariota, why are you picking up a quarterback like Tannehill to bring on your roster?
Yeah.
That kind of threw me when I seen that. Like, you know, do they believe in Mariota? Are this going to be a QB battle in camp? Like, what are y'all doing right there?
But is Tannehill really a starting quarterback? He was a starting quarterback for Miami.
I wouldn't say he's like upper level,
But-
but I wouldn't call him a backup either, though.
I
I
mean,
think he could start for a few teams in the league. You know what I mean? The Giants right now, he could probably go start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Anybody can
it's not
start
saying
right now.
much, but the
Yeah.
Jets right now, he could go start. You know what I mean? I feel like there's teams that he'd still be a starting quarterback in this league.
You think he's starter over the quarterback the Jets currently have?
I like Sam Darnold.
Donald.
You know what I mean? But
I don't think Tannehill would just be a starter over Sam
I think,
Darnold.
but look, here's what I think. I agree with you on that, but I don't think it would be for the sake of who gives you the better chance of winning right now. I think that the Jets wouldn't start Tannehill because they don't want to ruin what Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? You know they
USC.
be worrying about psyche a lot nowadays.
right.
They worry about psyche a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I think that
I'm worried about Mariota's psyche now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Why
I
are you
mean-
bringing this dude in here like that? You know what I mean? Like, it's plenty of backup level quarterbacks.
Come on,
You're going to bring
man.
this dude in here.
bro.
Yeah.
But
That's
maybe
kinda messing with my
they're,
psyche.
maybe
Yeah.
they're doing it because Mariota has started to show a history of being injured.
True.
Maybe
That's
so
true.
that's why they're doing it, to
Yeah.
have that viable backup.
Bruh. My nigga, I threw a touchdown to myself.
That's what I'm saying.
And you brought
Like,
this guy in here?
that's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't think he's gonna start over Mariota. I just think Mariota's starting to become too injury prone. He's missing 2 to 3 games every year. And as a starting quarterback, you can't have that. Like, you can't depend on your backup 2 to 3 games every year to, and then you're in the AFC where you have to ball your ass out to try and make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Free agency. What y'all
Tannehill,
think?
I don't like it.
I like the D4. Oh,
go ahead.
I like the D4 move that my Niners pulled off. We needed an edge rusher for sure. So that's a move that I was actually pumped up about.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think the Chiefs made drastic moves as far as losing players.
Yeah.
Houston, Barry.
Yeah, they lost Houston, Ford, and Barry. Like D Ford and Justin Houston was their 2 top sack leaders.
And defense is not even their
Right.
Their
They
strength.
weren't even that good of a defense to begin with. So I don't know if they're just thinking they're gonna score 70 points every game and don't worry about, our defense has to just stop you one time type shit. But
Houston and Barry did miss a lot of time last year, so maybe they're just looking at it as like, I can't depend on y'all. You know what I mean?
yeah, Houston missed a lot of time, but he was still number 2 on the sacks in the team.
I feel you. But with their defense, that's not saying much. You know what I mean?
And they gave 42. They gave 42 to Tyrann Mathieu.
Right.
Yeah.
So they try to upgrade that position.
I think the Eric Berry getting injured and the last 3 years he's played in like a total of 5 games or some shit like that between his injuries and his cancer fight.
Yeah.
And I think that had a lot to do with why they didn't want to keep him long term, and that's why they brought in Tyrann Mathieu. But I don't know, they lost a lot on defense.
What do we think about Earl Thomas to Baltimore?
I think Baltimore is trying to bring back the feeling. They're trying to bring back the feeling, trying to get that defense going.
Yeah.
Let the defense be the leaders. As far as production wise on the team, and then let the young man just cook.
Yeah, but they lost.
I think they gave him a lot of money though.
They lost Terrell. They lost Terrell
Yeah.
Suggs. They lost C.J. Mosley. They lost Eric Weddle. So you just lost 3 on defense, and all you did was bring 1. Coming off a broken leg.
Coming off a major injury, right?
So, but I think the Ravens are trying to do, like you said, they're trying to get back to that smash mouth. You know what I'm saying? They added Earl Thomas,
Yeah.
and then on the other side they added Mark Ingram to
Yeah.
help with the running game.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to get back to that, that tough shit. They're no longer, I don't know.
No more finesse.
Maybe they seen that the Browns just got Odell Beckham, so they were like, shit, we got to get a safety.
Yeah. Mark Ingram. It's too bad, bro.
I wonder if Mark Ingram's ready to take that role though, as being the feature back.
I think
He's always shared reps in New Orleans, but
I
But
think
he
wants
didn't
it
share reps
for a
until
couple
last
years.
year.
Yeah, he didn't share reps for a couple years. But coming in,
who
he
was
did.
talking about him?
Nobody was talking
he
about
was
the
splitting
Saints.
them
Nobody was
carries,
talking about the
yeah.
Saints at all. Those couple years he was the feature back, and he got injured. I think one of those years too. Yeah. So no, I think Mark Ingram. I guess he made the best move for himself because he probably wasn't going to get that money. It is starting to become Kamara's show, but I do hope the Saints figure out that running back slot because Kamara can't take the whole load.
Well, they just signed Latavius Murray, so that may help. I'm not saying he's going
I
to
don't-
be a game breaker, but
Yeah.
I think he's going to just fill that Mark Ingram role.
Or I was looking for something a little better than that. Something a little better than Latavius Murray, but Any other free agency moves? Nick Foles to Jacksonville? Nothing?
Didn't move me any type of way.
Yeah.
I think that pickup would have been a lot better last year. Like I suggested, that the Jaguars get Nick Foles after he won the Super Bowl, because that team was ready to go forward. They were just held back by Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Like they had a quarterback issue.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Now I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
now
they
it's
lost Dante Fowler. They
teams
just
don't
lost
stay
Malik
together long.
Jackson.
Yeah.
So you look, they last 2 years they've lost their two top defensive players,
Exactly.
2 of their top defensive players. So I think HaHa Clinton Dix to the Bears.
Yeah.
They already had like top 3 defense, and I think that just puts them on a whole nother level now with that.
Yeah.
Him going to safety there. And then Terrell Suggs with the Cardinals. I think that's his farewell.
That's it. Yeah, this is his
Oh, yeah.
farewell season right
You know,
here.
He likes it.
he's
I
from
think he
Chandler,
likes it in there.
Arizona, so he probably just came here for that 1-year deal and call it a year, so he could be close to the family and call it quits.
Yep, and now I'm done. Yep.
You wouldn't sign a 1-year deal to come to the Cardinals if you can go back to Baltimore.
Yeah.
How your Cowboys gonna make it this year without Cole Beasley?
Oh, we got Jason Witten out of retirement.
Yeah, he came back.
Nah, that motherfucker should have stayed. The only thing he needed to retire from was Monday Night Football.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that I can watch.
That was the only thing he needed to retire. He didn't need to come back, man.
I think that was more of some veteran leadership type shit in the locker room. You know
I think so too. I don't think he's.
It can't be
back.
for play.
He's not coming back to change the game on the field. That's definitely not what he's doing.
This just in, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. The
But,
Dallas Cowboys signed
The last 2 years,
Tony Romo.
Get the squad back together.
Years, Cole Beasley really hasn't done nothing for me on the field. The last 2 years. So good riddance, motherfucker.
Yeah. I was just fucking with
He
you.
was talking shit.
I was
Yeah,
just
we
fucking
didn't
with
win
you about
shit.
Cole.
7 years in Cowboys, we didn't win. Yeah, you gonna go to the Bills for another 4 and not win shit either, motherfucker. Talking
real-
shit.
Real quick, I got into a little argument with somebody, through work or something like that. He was trying to tell me that that the Cardinals will not draft Kyler Murray. How you guys feel about that? Y'all feel like that's even?
I think that's a given.
Yeah, I think it's a
They're
given.
going to draft him, yeah.
I think it's a
They're gonna
given
draft
too.
I heard they're not even taking phone calls about trading the picks. I mean, they know.
him. They know
Yeah.
who they want.
They'll probably take phone calls about trading for Rosen, but I think they're drafting Murray.
Yeah, he was betting people lunches and shit. I was like, man, you finna
You about to break
yeah.
bread.
You finna have to take everybody out. I don't know. Nah, he a motherfucking Falcons fan. I just found that shit out after, and then once he told me, I was just like, man, I don't want to talk to you, bro. All this time I've been talking sports with you, I ain't know you was scum. I didn't know you were Falcon scum.
Deshaun Jackson to Philly, back to
Yeah.
Philly.
Back to Philly. Farewell too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have went back. They dogged that man when he left. I know it was more of Chip Kelly.
What? Oh, it was them.
You know
Yeah,
what
it
I
was them.
mean?
Yeah.
But they dogged that man when he left. I wouldn't have went back there for shit. But
That was my disconnect when I was thinking about it. When I was like, damn, didn't they do him dirty? And then I was like, no, maybe it was
they just bring up his
because I couldn't
past, all
picture
kind
it.
of shit.
I was like, was it Washington then? And
Yeah,
I could,
he went to Washington.
yeah, I know what I'm saying. I was wondering, was it Washington that did him dirty? But
No,
it was
Philly.
Chip
It was
Kelly.
Philly.
I couldn't think about Chip Kelly. That's what.
Yeah, it was more Chip Kelly,
was-
but yeah.
I don't know.
Because I don't attach it to Philly. Like I don't attach the way he was treated when he got left. I don't attach it to Philly. I attach it to
Put it
Chip
all on
Kelly.
Chip Kelly. Okay.
Because he wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one that had a bad leave under Chip Kelly's era.
Sean McCoy.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what that's going to do for their team because now, I mean, you already had like Alshon. He didn't like the fact that he wasn't getting the ball that much when Carson Wentz was on the field. So now you add in Deshaun Jackson. You got Alshon Jeffrey. You got Zach Ertz. We all know Wentz loves to throw it to Ertz because that's his best friend or whatever the fuck.
That puts the pressure on Carson.
On Wentz, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No Nick Foles to come in and save the day no more if you get hurt. You know
And
what
not
I mean?
only that, because Deshaun Jackson, he wants the ball. Like,
True.
That was his thing in with Tampa Bay. He was like, bro, throw me the fucking ball.
Throw
I'm
me the
open.
ball.
He gonna have a hard time now.
And so, yeah, and then if Alshon was, getting frustrated last year too, now you're going to have Alshon and Deshaun getting frustrated. So, it's cool with me. Them motherfuckers could implode and explode. I don't give a fuck.
No Philly love.
Fuck Philly.
That's crazy. He said fuck Philly. Yeah, there's no other NFL free agencies
I
things.
think
I'm thinking
one
about.
good signing is that you don't really hear about is the Patriots signing Michael Bennett. I think that's going to be viable for them as far as a pass rusher because he's proven that like he can get to the quarterback no matter what. He did it when he played in Philly just the 1 year last year. He did it with Seattle for however many years. And then his brother's talking about he want to come out of retirement and sign
Please don't.
with the Patriots.
Please don't.
You don't think that would be a good sign-in as far as a second tight end, considering how Gronkowski is?
I think people just forget his decline when he was on his way out. Like, he was really just starting to show it. You know what I mean? He couldn't get separation. It's a blocker, I guess. We could still use him, but as far as running routes or anything of that nature, no, I think he's way past his playing days.
I mean, he can give you the same thing Gronkowski gives you.
Gronkowski made a couple big plays in the Super Bowl that we needed.
He
You know
doesn't
what I mean?
get hurt.
He still hasn't made his decision yet. We don't know if he's coming back,
I
retiring.
agree. I'm
like-
just saying that was one of the rumors
Yeah.
that he wanted to come back so he could play with his brother and
Right,
stuff.
right,
But
right.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's up to Bill. Like, you can come back and want to play with your brother all day
All
long.
you want,
But
but-
Bill's like, hell no, I don't
What
want
about your production? Yeah, you ain't gonna give me nothing.
Then
Nobody
I'm
really
looking
talks about us in free agency because we don't strike in that first wave. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're not going to go out and spend too much money. Like we'll
And then
go
when
in that
you
we'll go
do-
in that second wave of
And then when you do, it's quiet.
right.
Because well, like you said, because I believe he got traded.
He got traded.
The same week Antonio Brown got traded. But you didn't know about
So
it
it's
because
just
it was
not
all
big
about
breaking
Antonio.
news,
Antonio.
yeah.
So it was just a quiet ass trade that
That's true.
Bill was able to
Right, pull off,
accomplish,
yeah.
you know. And then you look at the Lions, and it's like that motherfucker just taking any Patriot that
Man,
It's a reunion
they
tour.
got like 5 Patriots on that
I'm
team
like,
since
now
last
Patricia,
year.
my dude, you got to try to find your own way of doing things. You know what I mean? Like you can't be the Patriots way 2.0. Like it's just not going to work.
I'm like,
He's
damn,
trying
this
it,
man
though.
just- any Patriot that leave, he's like, come over here to the Lions.
Yeah,
Which most Patriots players, when they leave New England, aren't the same type of players.
Right.
System and just the way Bill coaches. So I mean, you would think he'd realize that, but hey,
Yep, system. So.
we still need a receiver. I'm sorry, we still need to upgrade that position. So that's my hope going forward. But
Demarius Thomas.
I was hoping for Golden. I was hoping for Golden Tate, but they didn't
Yeah.
pull that trigger. And so
Demarius Thomas, he tore his Achilles, so I don't know how long he gonna be gone. And he a 30+ wide receiver, so
man, I don't know if they finna trade for one or what we could do, but we need to still upgrade that position.
yeah.
maybe they'll draft him.
But that's the worst position for Bill Belichick to draft. Is the receiver.
Facts.
He's missed on every receiver he's
Facts.
drafted except for
Adam.
Edelman.
Yeah.
But he was a quarterback coming out.
Right.
They made him a receiver.
So man,
Well,
a good year.
let's take a break from talking about football, and I think that'll take us into a break period. So let's go ahead and take a break, man. Y'all stay tuned in. We still got Ricky T. You staying for the whole show, right?
Oh, sure.
All right, we got Ricky T still in the building. Steak, Dread Socks, y'all staying, right?
Yeah.
Y'all good?
No doubt.
Everybody good? We in here. We locked in. Y'all stay locked in. We'll be right back. Out of bounds. SDR Uncut.
Gang shit, nigga. Catch me lacking, better go for it. But you shooters known to miss, no scoring. Bad bitch and she mixed, but she no foreign. But you know.